into that holiday break. Right now, puck drop is on, and off we go in Columbus.
Some of those guys, it take a little time, but they're starting to pick up the pace.
One thing about Penn State, they've scored the opening goal in 4 straight games, so can they find a way to do that on the road? John Seifarth between the pipes for the Lions. It looked good. Doyak and Guzzo face it off, and Penn State begins the second period on the power play. For Penn State this season, has goals in each of his last couple of games. 5 out of the last 6 as this bleeds down.
But that's something when you're playing a goaltender you haven't seen before. You're learning on the fly.
Here comes that unit again. A shot from Fontaine, held on to.
Doesn't panic. I think he's using everything right now, his house money, and he's having a blast playing the game he loves.
There's McBrayer with some room to enter the zone for Ohio State. Drop it back to the line. Long shot, rebound available and spilled out right in front of Seifarth's crease. Trying to get back there, and the Buckeyes open the scoring with Max Montez. Has been red hot of late to begin the season. Picks it up, gets back in the score sheet, his 7th of the season.
You see him there. Good rushes. They've had a couple good sequences here. Buckeyes get the puck to the net. I don't know if it got all the way through, but Hong kind of kept it alive there, batted at it, and then the puck.
Geneva tried to get there, couldn't. Buckeyes break out to center ice. Nice crisp feed through traffic, finds the stick blade there. Now a centering pass, looking for Hong, the freshman in front. Recorrals it, surveys the scene, backhand bid, trying to step it home. They score! Patrick Guzzo, and it's back-to-back goals for the Buckeyes in the first 7 minutes of the second period.
And the 5th-year captain sticking with it in front. Nice play here, too, also from the freshman James Hong, who was involved in that first goal, but the first try doesn't go for Guzzo, but he stays with it. Hong kind of just lays it out there, gets a little help from Genevieve, stick slowing it down. The first opportunity doesn't go in, but in seconds, and the Buckeyes are going the other way offensively, so they got to steer that ice in the other direction.
Buck nearly took an awkward hop there. Patrick Guzzo, one of 18 players who returned this year for the Buckeyes, the latest goal scorer to make it 2-0. And it'll bleed the opposite way. Eberle way out.
Little snow on the wall might have slowed that down.
Now a chance, and a shot that goes off the stick blade after Weebush. Rare, easy exit from their own end as Ohio State's making a change and a clean entry to feed off with that shot from the top of the circle there from Weebush.
Given up only, you're already halfway through this game. Coach Rollick's got to be pleased with the first half here, but at any moment the Lions can strike.
There was a near chance. Here comes Law back. This line has been hot. Fink has it. Eberle back between the pipes, settling in. Now Law back tried to put it out in front of the net. Let's keep at the line there from Hanson Buchanan. The RIT transfer. See the power play numbers at the top of your screen. Shot goes in, held on to by Seifarth. Carfagna sends it around up to the line. Hanson Buchanan back to Carfagna. Shot, and it's available in front of the net of Seifarth. Still loose, jamming away. And finally held on to.
Entry, gets the puck, comes all the way around to Carfagna. He's got the big rig in front of the net. Riley Thompson, couple whacks at it. He's got to be thinking, what do I got to do to get a puck in on this guy? But he's in the right spots. He might have got a little piece of that one. Where you have the roar zone, or you have the energy of the building for them. They need to create their own energy here on the road and find a way. You get one, you can find two, and that's got to be their mindset early in this third period, is to get.
This Buckeye team, only period they've been outplayed in is the third this season. Outscoring teams in the first and second, did that again today. Nice job to slip around from Thompson, and it's held on to.
From the Nittany Lion bench, and even here on the penalty kill, yes, get it done, but I think if you have any opportunity to look for a shorthanded chance, they've got to be looking at it. If you're Buckeyes, you want to move the puck around, get shots on net, but you're definitely not taking extra risk.
They score, and maybe that is the dagger for Fontaine, his 5th of the season on the power play. The Buckeyes in their first home Big Ten game of the season, getting it done offensively and defensively.
Those two guys Riley Thompson and Gunnar Fontaine, especially on the power play, been around the net. Great job by Burnside. Just get it to the net. That's what Coach Rawlick talked about. Keep it simple. Put pucks at the net. You got a 2-on-1 advantage down low on the goaltender. And finally, a friendly bounce for Gunnar Wolf Fontaine, and he makes no mistake, giving the Buckeyes a 3-0 lead.
Put it below the goal line here. Tried to go back to Fink in front. Buckeyes really crowding the cage, trying to keep things on the outskirts here. They do just that. Might be an empty net to shoot at. Lead pass, and this will ice it. Fontaine takes a spill, does a snow angel, and the Buckeyes are going to go home happy today after his second in a row.
And no real easier way. I don't know if he's had 2 easier goals to score as he takes a little spill.
Well, the Buckeyes get 4 goals, and they get their 3rd Big Ten win of the season. These teams will go back at it tomorrow night, but it's Ohio State getting their first shutout at home versus Penn State since January of 2017.
Brought up to the team this year, Penn State's goaltender depth has been a little bit thin, but fascinating stories on both sides, and we are underway here from Columbus. Ohio State power play for 5 minutes, a major penalty there. Game misconduct call on Serrato.
Dylan Lugris is serving time in the penalty box, the senior forward.
Yeah, Lugris will be in the penalty box for the Nittany Lions. Ohio State, meanwhile, trying to score, and Burnside's got it back. Hanson Bukata, very unselfish player for the Buckeyes. He finds Fontaine, now goes back over to Burnside. Buckeyes once again moving around the shot. He scores! Gunnar Wolf Fontaine able to score the goal for Ohio State. To apologize here, folks, that was number 93, Damian Carfagna, who was able to score. Johnson. Nittany Lions getting it back. Penn State trying to respond here. It's a good chance to do it. That one's blocked away by Eberle. A good save from Eberle. Back over to Fontaine. As Buckeyes can just feel this one out. The shot there from Hanson Bukata is saved by Seifarth. Buckeyes doing a great job moving it around. Fontaine back to Hanson Bukata and back to Fontaine. Fontaine's shot, he scores! And that time, Gunnar Wolf Fontaine will get the goal for the Buckeyes. And the Northeastern transfer now has his 7th goal on the season.
He's trying to obstruct the vision of Seifarth, trying to play a little bit of a redirection.
Here's Lugris. That one is blocked away from Ohio State. Dowd. Lugris now. Lugris just above the circle. Trying to feel this one out. Right there, trying to get that one in. No good. And Penn State scores! And right there, that one just sort of pinballed off a couple players.
2 guys that were just threatening that entire time right around the doorstep. And Lugris poked it home behind Eberle.
Dowd, back over to Schoen. Shot from Lugris, almost went in. Almost scored, I should say. Nittany Lions here trying to get something. Lugris tried to get that one, feed that one into the slot. It's blocked away again. That shot there, DeMarsico had that one knocked away. 1 goal for Penn State on the power play, 2 for Ohio State on the power play. 14 shots for the Buckeyes, 10 for Penn State, and Ohio State wins the initial faceoff here as they will now switch goals. And Penn State immediately trying to fire away. That one's blocked away by Eberle.
But nonetheless, it's been pretty much straight up.
Absolutely, it's been extremely fluid as a shot there from Powell. And now here's DeMarsico. DeMarsico, he loses it. Fontaine now. Fontaine with a one-on-one chance, he shoots and blocked away by Seifarth. What a stand from Seifarth. Ricochets off a couple sticks now, goes over to Rozzy. Rozzy now to Dunlap. Here comes Dunlap, another one-on-one chance. And he loses the puck. And diving on the floor to corral it.
Almost jumped out of his skates, but he stuck with it. He almost saw that unfold before Dunlap trying to continue this power play resurgence. In fact, both teams have had resurging power plays, but I think for them, the key is to try and double this lead, get it back to 2, and then
Carfagna almost got that one. Carfagna gets it right back inside, almost, without even looking. Johnson almost scored, and here comes Fink now. Penn State on the run. Inside, the shot, he scores! A huge equalizer from Tyler Paquette. Right at the end of the power play.
Curls around Carfagna, perfectly timed jaunt towards the cage for Paquette.
Nittany Lions win the faceoff. Amon off the wall, try to find Fink. Fink couldn't get it cleanly. Buckeyes now have it. Dunlap speeding it up for the Buckeyes. Dunlap, the shot, score! A huge goal for Jake Rozzy to break the tie. What a play for the freshman from Quebec.
Makes his biggest play of the day. Jake Dunlap elected to go tape to tape.
It's knocked away. Buckeyes able to clear it. Dunlap has it. Dunlap. Montez, he'll shoot. He scores! Montez putting the icing on the cake here in this one for Ohio State. What a goal from Max Montez. Now back over to Hanson Bucata. Hanson Bucata trying to get that one out of harm's way. That shot's wide. And with no time left on the clock, Ohio State is able to respond after a late rally from Penn State.
Got a lot of shots now, is trying to deliver Michigan back to the NCAA tournament, locking it down.
And off we go here from Minnesota. It's Jackson Halem. Wolverines winning the draw. He'll wedge it in. Grinzel, about 20 pounds heavier. The lanky, big defenseman back on the blue line for Minnesota. Now Wood over the line. It's chopped off his stick. Grinzel lets it fly. Stein the save. And Michigan takes care of the rebound. Hendrickson unable to keep it. And it's Michigan now the other way. Duke will carry. Dropping to Draper. And Nathan Airy gets his first feel for the puck with a stick stop.
I think these teams have a bit more depth than they've had. They don't necessarily have, you know, the sparkling stars that they've had in seasons past, but the level of talent on their second and third line, in my eyes, greatly higher than some of those seasons when we've seen the likes of, say, Logan Cooley for Minnesota, Hughes maybe for Michigan.
Middlestat just cruising by Maize and blue players. Middlestat, tough angle shot, trying to catch Stein leaning.
Yeah, he had Stein down. A popular shot these days in the National Hockey League, challenging a goaltender, even willing to bank it in kind of off their shoulder or ear area of their helmet.
It's Hughes. He's on 96 career points, Hughes, for Michigan. Oliver Moore drops it off. Wood fires. Stein the save. Big rebound. Oliver Moore dropping it. Kurth has to reach back for it. Good protection. Kurth dancing in. Kurth still with it. Stein swats it away. Here's Gruba.
Let's take a look at the waves of offense coming from Minnesota as Kurth is going to dance his way off the wall through a pair of players. Stein swats that as
Wood. Kick back to the point, Lamb the shot, or rather Hughlin and Stein. Now Zemer, second opportunity. Pushing it back to the point to Middlestat, returning to Zemer. Duke is on him. Grinzel is open. Fires Stein again. He's allowed some big rebounds. Snuggerud is there.
may have allowed rebounds, but he stood tall under some duress. Early in this game, Minnesota already 8 shots in 5 minutes.
Whitelaw and Moldenhauer, two of the smaller Michigan forwards. They cough it up, and it's Snuggerud waiting the other way, looking for options, fires up high, and Stein has it wrapped up. But a good recovery by Ray Mullen. Wood now the forward on the point, shooting, rebound, Kurth, Stein the save. And Whitelaw on the forecheck, and now it's Hughes causing confusion. Edwards shoots off the crossbar. Still just one shot on goal, but there they come close, hitting the crossbar. Come close, ringing one off the goalpost.
We talked about the big frame of Matthew Wood, 6'4". How about Minnesota building speed through the neutral zone, crosses up the defender, loses it, but the fleet-footed Oliver Moore collects, and then that big frame right in the slot area collects and roofs this up. Kurth there as well.
Anticipated by the big lanky defenseman, Sam Rinzel. Rinzel, Snuggerud shoots, scores! Snuggy has it, Minnesota leads 2-0.
Transitions to Jimmy Snuggerud. And how about the release here by the St. Louis Blues first rounder? Clips that with some pace.
Hughlin, 5 seconds to go in the advantage. They work back to Kurth. Fantilli is out of the box. Michigan has returned to full strength. There's Middlestat. Hughlin fires, scores! Aaron Hughlin. Delicate snapshot, make it 3-0 Minnesota.
Avoid trying to stick handle the puck. Huglin's going to receive this puck in the middle. Players around him, doesn't stick handle, cradles, snaps it high to the short side. A great shot by the former Roseau Ram to get Minnesota's third marker of this. He just buzzes. He reminds me a lot of Cole Caulfield. He's just an energetic player, skates, terrifically quick on the puck.
There's Shifsky, speaking of quick, airy down to make the save.
Ace that Coach Naurato would like to see out of his Michigan, winning a puck battle to turn it over right there, picking the pocket of Rinzel. Quick out, heavily and awkwardly as Shifsky finished his check high and hard.
Jimmy Clark first to the puck, lets it go through. Minnesota dancing in. Stein the save there on Beckett Hendrickson.
Hendrickson dancing as Clark draws the initial defenseman. Hendrickson gets a player around him, doesn't stick handle, cradles, snaps it high to the short side. A great shot by the former Roseau Ram to get Minnesota's third marker of this opening period on 20 shots.
Minnesota's coaching staff was saying prior to the game, they want to see that from Aaron Hughlin more, just because he's a great stick.
When he gets it and releases it quicker.
Snuggerud chops it towards the goal. That's knocked down by Michigan. They're a little shell-shocked here on the road, down 3-0. Still with only 2 shots on goal.
Cal Thomas hitting LaPointe there, who goes down. And
imagined Brandon Naurato, Michigan's head coach, was raising his voice a little bit, communicating to his team how disappointed he was with the way Michigan played in the opening 20 minutes.
The puck battles, the loose pucks, 50-50, gaining position in front of that net, I think super frustrating for Coach Naurato. Also, I didn't enjoy how often they turn the puck over in their own slot area. First off, keep it out of your slot so that puck is out of a danger area. Secondly, if it's going to be moved through that area, you have to pass it with considerable pace so the puck can't turn over.
There's Kurth goes down. Remember, Michigan only scored 3 combined goals last weekend versus Western Michigan, so a team that we're accustomed to seeing scoring at will right now, the offense has dried up a bit.
Also without their top point getter, freshman Hage.
Kurth spots Oliver Moore open. That pass just wouldn't soften. Now it's Wood shooting, scores! 4-0 Minnesota. A lot of congestion in front. The shot doesn't get through. Middlestat tearing forward, but look at Edwards get on his horse and get back.
Fresh legs for Edwards. John Middlestat can flat out fly, but Edwards up to the task.
Here's Luke Middlestat, rebound hanging around. Falloon shoots, scores! August Falloon.
protecting the lower parts of the elbow that were so long.
Here's Minnesota now, looking to expand their lead. Kurth gets it back. Kurth marching in, scores! Pays the price. Kurth in Minnesota leads 6-0.
Go up tonight. He didn't play well. He was the best player wearing blue in the first period when he had to withstand 21 shots coming his direction. He gave his team a chance to.
Gophers have returned to full strength. Oliver Moore shouting for it. Moore sends a man in, and Corpy the save there on Michael, who was set up.
Speaking of great passes, a bank pass out to Oliver Moore threads the needle. You can't have wrinkles in your tape job. Can't look ragged. It's got to be clean.
2-on-1 here for Minnesota, trying to add. Oliver Moore denied there by Cameron Corpy.
How about Zemer? I mean, that's awesome.
Leads to this charge. Rinzel in the opportunity. And Corpy's come in and
as well. First looking at that unbelievable turnover created by Brody Zemer's extra effort and then just feathered in there by Clark.
they start to come to their feet, celebrating this decisive 6-0 victory. And oh yeah, first ever college shutout for Nathan Airy.
We're set to go, and off the opening draw, they tumble to the ice, and the Wolverines take over. And Pat, how do they bounce back after getting their lunch handed to them last evening here? Pushed to the line, not out. Prescott keeping it alive. Werner along the half boards, brings it back to the point. His shot through traffic. Souliere had it go off the pad. Don't know if he picked it up until the very last second. Feeds it down low. Michigan trying to catch in. Shefsky brings it back to the point. Edwards, Humphreys, side of the net. They bang away at it. Moldenauer right there, but Souliere sprawls, and he's got it under the trapper. In behind. Moldenauer pinned up against the wall. Werner spins his way free, has some room, tries to go upstairs. Souliere, though, up against the post, made the save.
Been pretty good. Pretty good start for the Wolverines.
Now Shifsky coming in one-on-one, fires, and it's right into the breadbasket of Souliere. He'll drop to his knees and take the draw.
A little bit more than Souliere does, but bottom line, Jim, just stop the puck, right?
Exactly. And Souliere just does that again. Michigan really winning a lot of draws early in this contest, as that time Estapa won it cleanly back to the point.
Yeah, and I didn't see the final numbers last night, but Minnesota was much, much better in the faceoff circle last night than they have been in recent weeks.
It's crazy how it's just a simple play like that to just dictate the whole game. Again, another good chance for Michigan off the draw, but Souliere's got it covered. They have 8. Just handed this note. It took until the second period for Michigan to get 6 shots on goal. There's another attempt. So a complete reversal, as you said in your RBC notes, that Michigan had to blow up last night.
And is unable to play tonight. So Gophers are short of centerman.
A long shot in. Turcotte throwing it in from the point. Gophers with their first real chance to put on some pressure in the Michigan zone. Lamb comes out of the corner. Here's Whipple walking right in, and it's snared easily by Corpy with the glove.
Of getting the puck and getting it up the ice quickly. You know, they're not putting themselves in a position where they're going to get themselves in trouble.
Rinzel had it poke checked away. Moore, though, keeps it alive. Long shot. Blocker save Corpy.
Oh, there you
Other
go.
shot, and we got a penalty coming up here. And it is on Michigan. So delayed penalty on the Wolverines. Souliere goes to the bench. Extra man coming on. Gophers finally rebound to the near side. Push back to the line. Great effort by Wood to keep it alive. Now a shot. There's Lamb right on the doorstep looking for another.
Whoa.
But that time it's covered up, and then the gloves come up. Snuggerud plays it around to Wood at the near point. It's pushed to the line, not out. Rinzel gets it over. Snuggerud fires a shot. Big save by Corpy. Rebound comes out to Rinzel. Now to Wood. Walking in, feeds across. Snuggerud fakes the shot. Rinzel lets it go. Looking for a tip. Bouncing puck. And Corpy's got it covered, and Lamb again getting knocked down. 5 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Back to the point. Rinzel fires, didn't get through. Snuggerud hammers one off the glass. That's high and wide. Now Michigan down just a man. Middlestad gets it to Moore. Has Wood in front, tries to get it to him, but it was blocked. Gophers maintain possession. Rinzel with it. Drops it off. One-time rocket. And it's swept away by Draper. Corpy made a great save on Snuggerud.
And that's where they missed Brody Lamb there to jump on that.
Wood shot. Corpy again the save. Wood again. Michigan bottled up. The penalty killers are tired and binged up. Gophers changing men on this power play. Out comes Kurth. He'll manage where Wood was. Drops it off to Rinzel. Snuggerud hammers one. Big rebound off of Corpy. Kurth back to Rinzel. Kurth walking in. Side of the net. Moore centering pass. Comes back to Rinzel. He'll fire. Scores!
Hard on the puck. Great puck movement. Sam Rinzel finally finds a little crease there and snaps it past Corpy. But that just was a great power play by Minnesota, not allowing that puck to get out of the zone. You lose a guy like Tyler Duke, who's been around. He transferred from Ohio State, and a year ago, and now they've got a bunch of freshmen on that back end. Minnesota has got to take advantage of that as Felicio took that shot. And Wood deflected that over into the netting.
Face off along the near side. Puck comes right to Soulier, and he'll cover. Snuggerud keeps it alive for Moore. Now back to the point. Moore with it. Rinzel. Snuggerud, a one-time drive right into the glove of Corpy. Held in by Chesley. Middlestad slips it down low. Zemer gets it back out to the point. Middlestad, side of the net, banged off the post by Zemer. He banged it off that far post, and it stayed out. Edwards spinning in his own corner. He'll carry it out to center. Feeds it ahead. Draper with a step, takes a shot. Good pad save there by Soulier. Now Lamb, double teamed, gets it back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson gets away from one man, comes right out in front, trying to jam it in, and it's just pushed wide by John Middlestad right on the doorstep.
He takes this so hard to the net. First he beat two guys, went to the front of the net.
Michigan has only one loss in Big Ten play. That came last night here in this building. Michigan State got upset by Wisconsin, so they now have a loss. Minnesota, a defenseman playing on the fourth line. Up front, right up the draw. Lamb a couple whacks at it as John Hendrickson won another big face-off. It's 3:15 left in regulation. Now a turnover, and Corpy with that glove again snares another one. This time robbing Beckett Henderson. Get back to the near point. Michigan pressing, trying to find the equalizer. A backhander. Save is made. Soulier sprawls and makes another big save. That time on Haiti. Fires at the empty net. Hits Snuggerud. He'll go to the corner and hold it there. And now Halem. One last chance for the Wolverines. And they couldn't get it in. And Chesley gives it to Snuggerud. He scores. And Werner goes after Snuggerud. And everybody piles in. And the fans chanting sweep, sweep, sweep. And the Gophers do get the sweep, and they get back-to-back shutouts over the Michigan Wolverines. And look at the last time this occurred. You have to go back to 1943.
You're seeing them play a lot more complete brand of hockey.
Teams are at center ice, and we are officially underway here. Game one on this Friday evening. Arms stay down, and Michigan State takes possession. Patrick Geary Here he goes up ahead. Got a man breaking for the net on the far side. Instead, driving in and making the stop that time. Pushes it free. O'Connell gave it up. Here's Finley. Fires and saved by Augustine. And now Finley mixing it up out front of the net there. Could not finish the play. And now here's a stretch feed. Morrissey's in. Partial break. And there he goes into the net. And Augustine made the save. Kept the puck out by Scarfoni.
Yeah, unfortunately, the wrong part of that play ending up past the red line. But yeah, one of those stretch plays, Morrissey, I mean, this top line for Wisconsin.
And pushed away to safety for the moment by Michigan State. Laskowski's back on it. The RIT transfer fires, and Augustine's able to gobble that one up.
And the most opportune this season for the Badgers. Have to find a way to convert.
Tyson Dick, left side, jumps in and scores! Somehow found its way through the 5-hole of Augustine. And there's that secondary scoring that Wisconsin was looking for. Tyson Dick's got it, and it's 1-0 Badgers.
Dick taking on Matt Bezgal.
Now here comes Michigan State. O'Connell for Stramel. Stramel all the way across. Shot taken. Wrist wide. Stramel's got it. Fires. Save that time from Scarfoni. Another long shot. Deflects up into the air. Spartans on it now as they were able to take it away. And the find to the middle. Just out of reach. And now here comes Christian Fitzgerald. Partial break. He backhands it and stopped by Augustine. Larson got it up ahead, and now a chance out front. Saves Scarfoni. He's way out of his net. He denied Carson Dorwart a chance there. Still not done yet. A shot from Geary. That's denied by Scarfoni. Flipped high into the air. Second period is underway here at the Kohl Center, and a 1-0 lead for Wisconsin. And the teams have flipped sides here for the long change period. Spins away from a check, and then another, and he still's got it. Gucciardi fires, saves Scarfoni, rebound, it's still loose. And the Badgers able to rescue it and push it out of the zone. A good chance there for the Spartans. And Wisconsin has been stuck out there on the ice with this same group for a little while.
Yeah, you're seeing early on here, Michigan State having a lot of pressure on the forecheck. Wisconsin just, struggling right now.
Another steal. Here comes Howard. Fires right on, but a save by Scarfoni. Take him all the way outside of the zone. Stepping in, stealing here is Kerr. Sends the Badgers in transition. Throws one on target, and Augustine deflects it away. Scarfoni, nice play to settle this bouncing puck behind the goal, and then pass hops off the stick of his intended target. Point here, Baskell shoots, deflects, and Scarfoni makes the stop.
Oh,
and
boy.
now pushing and shoving here. Risto still has it though. End-to-end action here is a shot from Geary and a save from Scarfoni. Scored in a similar spot last year to play the hero. Spins away from Palatichuk, and there he goes behind the goal. Big man can skate. And the first round draft choice of the Minnesota Wild to Geary, who shoots, and it's deflected. Scarfoni kicks it out. Another shot from Geary. And a high flipper lands at the feet of Russell. Here he goes. He fires, and he caught iron on the far side. Russell's got it back, and then he sends one right on. And a save by Scarfoni. I'm rising over top of the goal. And Scarfoni trying to find it. Chance here for Michigan State to operate. Another shot. Saved that time. That was Van Sagi.
Here at the Kohl Center, a tough spot to fill. Why not go with another guy who was one of the top goaltenders in the country a season ago?
And there's number 20. Another face-off for the Badgers, and Dick, oh, that was a rocket.
It's the only thing he could have done, and he makes the stop.
And now a 2-on-1 the other way. All the cross shot save, Scarfoni, he robbed Dorwart. Both goaltenders outstanding.
Yeah, we've seen another phenomenal save from from Scarfoni, and also the wherewithal to be able to get rid of it.
Andrews was unable to move it through, and now here comes Lindmark trying to power in, shoots one, and there he went again, another Badger into the goal, but the puck didn't go, and that time Augustine able to close up the 5-hole.
I think that's the second time that it was Lindmark that ended up in the goal.
Here we go again. Finley shoots. Pad save that time by Augustine. Sawyer Scholl hard at work there on the half wall. The Badgers able to win it back with Mellenbacher. Away for Scholl. Chips it back up in the direction of Mellenbacher, and now to the point it goes. Plotashuk shoots, and the pad saved by Augustine. Any thoughts on the game so far before we get started with period number 3, Joey?
Yeah, we talked about how Wisconsin, I mean, they had one goal coming in that first period. Michigan State's taking a while to get things going offensively.
And the Badgers have it back. Dexheimer. Now Morrissey again. Walks to the inside, down low, powering across, score! What a play by the Badger power play. It's Finley's 10th of the year, and the Badgers double their lead.
Oh my goodness, what a pass that was. Get another look at it here. But that was Laskoski from Morrissey, right through his own legs to Finley, who was waiting wide open.
And they win the draw. Stick lift by Lindmark. Here's Mellenbacher. Fires. Augustine way out of his net to challenge. And then Mellenbacher scores. It's 3-0 Wisconsin.
And boy, the pressure has been there. We've talked about these rebounds for Trey Augustine. And at this point, Wisconsin takes advantage.
Vasco is able to hold the line. Shot, and that one goes wide. And that's going to come all the way out of the zone. Vasco is out there with Andrews, and then he gave it up. Finley fires. This time, he scores. And the dagger in game 1. Wisconsin going to take down number 1 in front of their home fans tonight.
Win that they needed sorely. And it goes to show the growth that they've had over the last few weeks. A tough start to the season.
They're undefeated in Big Ten play, 4-0 entering the night. And they will leave 4-1. Wisconsin victorious. 4-0. A shutout victory for the Badgers.
Very clean game, and one was a very important too many men in the ice against the Spartans, which turned into a power play goal. So when you get those chances, whether power play or 5-on-5, you got to take advantage.
Mellenbacher had a goal last night, his first of the season. As he started off the season on the 4th line, he's been elevated. Quick opportunity in front. Augustine the save.
Mellenbacher's a little confidence after scoring last night. The puck gets around to the backside, and Horbach, look at head up, finds Lindmark out front, and Augustine made a save. There's a great look at it. Quick move from his backhand to his forehand.
A lot of Chuck has to watch it. Joey Larson trying to strip it. Larson steals. Larson with savage. Fires. Scarfoni juts out the left pad.
Joey Larson, one of their top snipers, wins that battle. You said we want to win some more battles. The back pressure of Plotachuk maybe took him a little off balance there. I think he wants to go high with that shot.
Michigan State penalty, number 22, Isaac Howard. Gymnasts for slashing.
Augustine the save. They score the rebound. Owen Lindmark power play goal.
Play, you win a face-off here. The face-off winner is going to go. You see him go to the middle of the ice. And then Christian Fitzgerald puts it right on the pad of Trey Augustine. We've seen him giving up some rebounds tonight. Hensler to Fitzgerald, and almost just pops out, almost like a one-time pass.
Badgers lead 1-0 on a rebound goal from Owen Lindmark. Kyle Kukin there, number 9, was active. Led all players in the first period with 3 shots on target. And away we go here in the second period. The play kind of fizzles out, allowing Sturbach, who got dumped, to clear it. Michigan State is changing. Badgers trying to catch him. Fitzgerald, Kukin, and shooting off the goal post. Rebound. They score. Fitzgerald.
To this game, Right here is where there's just, last night Michigan State had too many men on the ice. Right there is a bad change. You had guys not sure if they should touch the puck or not. The Badgers take advantage of it. Fitzgerald to Kukkonen, and then on the rebound, I love how Fitzgerald fouls up his pass. Bats that one in like a baseball swing and taps it in. 2-0 Badgers.
Hey, the Badgers game at the frozen confines of Wrigley. Badgers have struggled on the penalty kill, amongst the worst in college hockey, but trending at least the right direction. There's a big block, not cleared though. 70 seconds to go in the advantage. One-timer. Scarfoni got a piece of it, but not enough. Stramel, Michigan State power play goal, and they're right back in this thing.
Great pass. Blocking shots, which has helped Schultz. It's been really good penalty. A great pass here. Dorwart crossed away. Another out of the air tap in front of the net. Stramel against his old team.
That's his old student section.
Great save there by Scarfoni. He goes right to that student section and says, hey, remember me? More importantly, gets the Spartans on the board for the first time.
Shouty. Good play in front there. Savage the shot. Scarfoni the save on Red Savage, who was parked right in front.
Mounting in here. You got to love it. Big Ten hockey. Michigan State starting to win those battles on the wall. Wow, the captain's left home alone right in front. Good job by Shouty. Great pass, and then Savage gets his head up, and Scarfoni, I mean, Savage isn't far from him, and he's out at the top of his couple holes for both teams to fill on the back end.
Off the top of the goal, hit a body, rebound, Scarfoni, the save there on Shouty.
Oh. Face-off win here, Badgers. Puck goes up in the air. Spartans, wow. Scarfoni has no idea where this puck is, hits the top of the net, lays on the side, still doesn't know where it is. Finally gets over and gets his blocker on and loses his stick at the same time. This will be a great view of it. No idea, where's the puck, Right at his side, still doesn't know.
Dexheimer now activated. He can go for a little skate. Dexheimer, Fitzgerald shooting, big time save there. Augustine on Fitzgerald.
One good win is one thing, but you back that up with another one against the #1 team in the country. And are they back? Well, we'll find out, but I think their confidence would be at a really high level. And
he's had a solid game. Finley, Morrissey, one-timer, Augustine, the point-blank save.
Just a little bit. And then this great pass.
Carson Dorwart settles things down. David Gucciardi launching it in. Mellenbacher unable to move it out. Andrews down to Larson. Deke shoots, scores! Joey Larson, deadly finish, and he ties things up for Michigan State.
Simple dump in there. Schultz tries to make the play up the wall. Everyone starts going north for the Wisconsin Badgers, and Larson kind of hangs in the weeds there behind him, and one-on-one, one quick move goes to his backhand, and Scarfoni unable to get there.
He's with Laskowski. Kukkonen missing Fitzgerald down low. And it's Kelly for Manisto. Watch out, Manisto fires. Scarfoni out to challenge him. Augustine. Manisto chopping it ahead for Kelly. Returning to Tommy Manisto. He's got a step. Manisto, backhand shot. 28 to go in the third.
A bit of a delay icing there, but good chip. Tommy Manisto kind of starts that whole play, tips it up, and then we've seen him a couple times speed. It's been his game. He's kind of slowly just elevated over his year and a half, and he's looking to, I think that's always a good play, changing speeds.
Howard with Russell. Isaac Howard walks in, fires, and out to challenge Scarfoni the save.
Traded after that play, but turnover there. Good finish. Stramel again all over the ice. Finishes his check. And then
Morrissey ties up his man. He's been good in the circle. Helps the face-off win. Leading to Finley. Attacking Finley. Cuts to the backhand. Augustine the save.
and this one, Dexheimer just kind of comes in and helps win the face-off. But this is where Quinn Finley's game has stepped up a notch. The strength, get that inside leg to shield from the defender there. And the defender did a good job of
skate save by Andrews, just ready to skate this one to overtime. Next stop, sudden death overtime here in Wisconsin.
Go to a three-man shootout, trying to decide that who gets that third point right now. Wisconsin Badgers right now are second place in the Big Ten.
He scored a big goal in overtime last year. Stramel off the wall. Stramel to the forehand. Scarfoni stays with him.
I think he beat his buddy, old teammate Owen Lindmark there. Scarfoni stays short.
Watch out. Fitzgerald in to win it. Fitzgerald shoots, and Augustine. A game-saving save there.
4 and 3-on-3 overtime. Great look here from Hensler. 150-foot or 100-foot pass out to center ice, and that's why they call Trey Augustine arguably the best goalie in hockey. He waits out.
Long pass ahead for Stramel. Stramel to Howard. Isaac Howard fights for possession, stumbles down to his knees. Stramel, good pass. Baskell right in front. Howard scores! Good night, Wisconsin. The man nicknamed Mike finishes off the Badgers.
Charlie Stramel, he had the first change. You saw him earlier. Makes the pass here, is unable to connect. But the forecheck there pays off by the eventual goal scorer. I love that play. Isaac Howard wins the puck back for the Spartans. Great pass from Stramel to Baskell, and another great pass through the stick of Lodge, who's been fantastic